Go back to the phones. Let me play a little bit more sound from White House press secretary Jay Carney again. Here, Carney is being questioned about the big drop in the stock market and what about the administration's reaction to what's happening in the stock market. And I got a few cuts on that, but let me just play cut number 3.
Again, we'll have more specifics about this trip itself. The air of cynicism is quite thick. The idea that the President of the United States should not venture forth into the country is ridiculous. No, but you implied it in your question, and it is absolutely important for the President, whoever that person is, in the past and in the future, to get out and hear from people in different communities. And the President, this is a trip that we've had on our books for quite a long time, and he very much looks forward to taking it.
All right, that was my fault. I called out the wrong number for the clip. That was not the clip on the market. That was the clip. It's still Carney. It's a press conference, and he's talking about this motor trip that the President has announced where he's going to go around the country telling everybody what he's going to do to create jobs. And, of course, he's not considering it a campaign trip, so the taxpayers are having to spend money so that Barack Obama can go around the country talking about all the jobs he's going to create. Meanwhile, the cost of sending him around the country is going to destroy jobs because, obviously, it's very disruptive when the president is traveling around, and it costs a lot of money with the Secret Service, and it disrupts local businesses. And he's saying, well, we need the president to go out there and talk to the people to get he knows what the people think. He doesn't have to go out there and actually speak to them to know what they think. And, of course, we don't want to have presidential decisions being made based on what the average guy thinks he should do. After all, what is supposedly the president knows more than the average Joe on the street. Does he really have to go? The president has all these theoretically high-priced advisors. Does he really have to go to a drugstore or a soda shop, and ask, somebody, what should we do to create jobs? What should our economic policy, or does he really need to ask somebody, what are your problems? The problems are obvious. And he doesn't have to go out personally. And if he really thinks he has to get some firsthand knowledge, he doesn't have to do it himself, right? He can send out somebody to ask questions where you don't need any Secret Service. You don't need, a big entourage. You don't need local police protection. Just have a polling company. Go out there, ask some questions, and report the results back to the president. But anyway, what I really wanted to do was play cut number 4 that has to do with the stock market. Play cut number 4.
It's been down for 8 days now. What message does the administration take from this? A lot of the market commentators take it to be that there's less optimism about economic growth. There's some debate whether or not we'll be going to double-dip recession. You've said you guys don't see that. What message do you take from 8 days going down in the stock market?
Well, again, we don't spend a lot of time focusing on things that we can't control. We spend a lot of time focusing on things we can do that will have a positive effect on people's lives, and specifically on their economic lives. So, markets go up, markets go down. It's not for me to judge why.
Okay, so markets go up, markets go down. It's not for him to judge why. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't he judging why last week? You remember when the market was going down? He was saying that the market was going down because of the uncertainty over the debt ceiling. They judged why last week, and they said because the market is going down, we need to raise the debt ceiling to appease the markets. They were saying, hey, we got to make sure before the markets open on Sunday night that we have a resolution. So when it was convenient for them to do so, they judged why the market was going up or down. They reacted to the market. They made the stock market and the direction of the stock market a key factor in their policy because they wanted to increase the debt ceiling. And since the market was going down, they decided to blame the weakness of the market on the fact that there was worry that the debt ceiling wouldn't go up. And then they used that as an impetus to raise the debt ceiling. Now, of course, the market is still falling, even though they raised the debt ceiling. And all of a sudden, we have no idea. We have no control of the market. We don't comment on the market. The market goes up, the market goes down. That is more proof that, again, the press secretary is just lying. That's all it is. It's propaganda. It's spin. This guy doesn't tell the truth. This guy is paid to lie. And it makes you think, why is he on the payroll? Because he's getting paid from the government, but he's really a political appointee. This guy should be paid from Barack Obama's reelection money. He should not be on the payroll of the U.S. taxpayer when all his job is to lie to the U.S. taxpayer to make the president look good and to help the president get reelected, right? So the whole job of White House press secretary should be abolished. And if a president wants to have one, let him pay for it out of his campaign funds, because you know what? That's what this job really is. It's a campaign job. His job is to help get the president reelected, even if his policies are hurting the country. Doesn't that really make you sick that we have to pay this guy's salary? Makes me sick. Anyway, let me go to the phones.